Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to study chapter number 11, Force and Pressure. And this is Amita from Good Samaritan School. Let us study what is force. So as you can see, a force is a push or a pull. A boy is pushing, another boy is pushing. Here, the actions like picking, opening, shutting, kicking, hitting, lifting, flicking, pushing, pulling, these are certain tasks. And each of these actions usually results in some kind of changes in the motion of an object. So you can see the boys are playing certain sports and games. So they are trying to catch it. They are trying to catch the ball. They are trying to hit the ball. So these are actions and they are applying certain kind of force. Now you can see here the boy is pushing a rock, pulling a particular object and lifting or carrying a heavy object. So they are applying force. Now you can see what is push and what is pull. So when an object is moving away from the applier of force, when a person is applying a force, he is applier and it will move away, so that is called push. And what is pull? When an object is moving towards the applier of force, so the person who is applying, he is applier here and the object will move towards him. Okay, now the push or pull on an object is called a force, as you know. So the force will come into action or come into play only due to interaction. An interaction of an object with another results in force between the two objects. So here you can see the two pictures over here, okay, and here you can see a car being pushed by a man and a girl pulling a chair. So in these two cases, what is happening? A man is in contact or interacting with the car and a girl is in contact with the chair. So if there is no interaction, so there will be no force. So a force comes into play due to interaction. Now what are the effects of force? So here you can see by force, the force will allow, what it will allow, that it can change the state of rest or motion of the body. So you can see here force changes the state of motion of a tire, makes it to move faster. So you can see a tire when it was in rest, so when the person is applying force, so it will start moving. So if it is in stationary phase, so it will be in motion after applying force. In this case, you can see that box at rest moves due to force. So the box looks very heavy, isn't it? So by applying the force, the box starts moving. Next, what are the another effect? It can change the size or shape of the body. So when you are actually applying force by the hands on the door, so the door changes its shape. So you must have seen your mother doing it action daily. So this is a very common example. Now if you take a rubber band and if you stretch it, what will happen? The size will change. Did you understand? So now there are some other effects. So if you see here, so the force is a push or pull, you already understood here, and it will change the state of rest or of uniform motion, and it will also change the direction, and it will also change the shape. Okay, and now you can see force is an action that has tendency to change the position, shape or size of an object. Now, when there is interaction of one object with another object, it will result in a force between the two objects. The effect of force depends on the magnitude and direction of the force. So, how much strength you are applying, how much force you are applying, that is called magnitude. And if the force is more, it will decide the direction of the force. Force applied in the same direction added to one another. So as I explained in Zoom class, so if there is F1 force and another one is F2 force and you apply the force in same direction, so F1 plus F1, F2 becomes total force. So we will be adding the two forces if the force applied in the same direction is there. Okay, and now force applied in opposite direction, so the total force, that is called net force, is given by the difference of the two forces. So for example, F1 is having certain number of force and F2 is having certain number of force. The force which is more will be subtracted by the force which is less. So that happens in the cases when we are applying in opposite direction. Okay, force can move a body initially at rest, as I already told you, and force can bring a moving body to rest. Force can change the direction, force can change the speed, and force can change the shape of a body, and force can change the size of the body. So I hope you have understood. So you have to learn it and it is important for the exam point of view. Now, what are the different types of forces? So types of forces, there are two types of forces: contact forces and non-contact forces. In contact forces, as I already told you, the two bodies will be in contact, they will interact. But in non-contact forces, the two bodies will be not in interaction, but the forces will it will occur. So you may be wondering, what are the forces which will occur without contact, without coming in contact? But there are certain forces, so we will learn about it today. So now you can see the first type of force is muscular force. So in muscular force, you can see here particular farmer and is taking lot of heavy weight upon the bulls, so it involves the action of muscles. So here you can see the bulls are carrying the heavy load, so it is because of the action of muscle by the farmer and by the bulls. Now, animals make use of muscular force to carry out their physical activities and other tasks, and same it happens with us also. Next one is friction. What is friction force? So it is an opposing force that acts between the surface in contact moving with respect to each other. So there will be two forces acting here. So this is one force applied by the box and another force is applied by the boy, and the direction of force of friction is always opposite. So you remember here, so the direction of force is always opposite. And what is the next point? Frictional force always acts between two moving objects which are in contact with one another, and frictional force always acts opposite to the direction of motion, and frictional force depends on the nature of the surface in contact. Non-contact force come into play even when the bodies are not in contact. So we'll be seeing those examples. So for non-contact force, the example is magnetic force. So here you can see that two magnets have been taken, and there are opposite poles of magnets. As you know that they attract, north they will repel, north south they will attract. So same poles of magnets, they will repel each other. So forces acting between the two magnets or a magnet and a magnetic material. So that is an example of magnetic force. So what are the examples of magnetic materials? So that is iron, steel, nickel and cobalt. So it can be attractive also and it can be repulsive. Next one is electrostatic force. So electrostatic force, it is due to electric charges. So electric charges can be positive and negative, and it can also be attractive and repulsive. So here you can see one example. It is shown, a straw rubbed with paper attracts another straw but repels it. It has also been rubbed with a sheet of paper. So you can take another example. If you take a comb or a plastic scale, and if you rub with your hair, and if you have small bits of paper, so the particular comb or the particular scale will attract the pieces of paper. So that is due to some electrostatic force. And now gravitational force. So have you seen, when you throw a ball, it will always come down. So earth will attract the particular ball towards it. And what is that force acting upon there? So that is gravitational force. So it is a kind of force that comes into play because of the mass of the body. An example is Earth's gravitational force or Earth's gravitational attraction. That's all for today. Thank you all for watching.